Okay, we're going to start this first video by showing you just simple ways to set up your classroom to make it easier for students to navigate. I've set up a practice classroom so that you can see. I can start from scratch, but I also can show you, for example, what my classroom is set up like with topics. So for example, here would be the checklist or the weekly newsletter that they want us to send out, as well with some things I have added that they can do, which are optional. And then I am going to add a wrap problem section for the math videos that they want us to set up. So if you want to add topics like that to put your things under, you just go to create topic once you're in your classroom. And then you can say that you want to do your calendar, or if you want to call it the weekly newsletter, you can do that. That way it's just not floating around aimlessly and they get confused. And then, for example, in science, we are doing their weekly assignment, which would be their Google form that we have made for them to fill out. And then I might want to do weekly extras, so maybe some videos or some brain pops or some Kahoots or boom cards, and I can show y'all how to do all of that separately. If you want this in a different order, you can just drag it around, so something like this would be better. So, for example, I have not typed on the newsletter yet, but just to show you how you would input that for them to see, take the newsletter that they put on our school-wide Google Classroom. So here is the newsletter. You want to open that. You want to make sure that you create a copy before you do anything else, otherwise we're going to get all of your stuff. So make a copy. It's only one slide, so either one of these would be an option. And you might want to name it your name. I know Tara and I are doing one together. So that would be how you would get that to your drive. Once it's in your drive, then you can type on it, change it however you want. I'm not going to change it right now just for the video purposes, but now it is in my drive. So I can go back to my practice classroom. This is how I can navigate my classrooms, all of the different ones. So I was working in my practice classroom for this video, and I want to always click on classwork when you want to add something. So I'm going to click on create. Now, if they are not editing it, you want to do materials. And once I go to materials, I can say weekly newsletter as my title. If you have two classes, you want to make sure you click all of the classes you want it to go in. That's going to keep you from having to do double the work. Since this is just my practice classroom, I'm not going to click anything else. But if I was doing both of my maths, I would click both of my maths, both your readings. And I did make topics, so I wanted this to go into the weekly newsletter topic. If you forget to click that, you can go back and move it later, and I'll show you that. So I'm adding something from my Google Drive. If it's saved on your computer, push File. If it's a link that you're copying from the internet, you push Link. But mine is on my Google Drive. I just saved it there. There it is right there. If you've done it recently, it's going to show up pretty close. Click on it. Push Add. And because it's a material, they shouldn't be able to type on it or mess with it. And then you're going to put Post. So now it already put it. Now let's say I forgot to pick a topic. It might just be floating around somewhere else, and I can pick it up and move it to whatever category. That's if you want it organized. If you don't want to do topics, you don't have to do topics. So that would be kind of your intro to making your Google Classroom organized and at least getting your newsletter copied and saved on there.